And now, please welcome the United States Senior Senator from New Jersey, Senator Bob Menendez.
One of the benefits of being the senior senator is you normally get to speak before the junior senator, and it's tough to speak after the junior senator. But let me say I'm thrilled to be here tonight. I just came back from Washington to celebrate this 20th anniversary with the New Jersey Institute of Social Justice. I want to salute all the trustees and all of those who work at it every day, an organization that tirelessly each and every day seeks to build a more fair and more just America, an organization that I honored last year at part of my Black History Month celebration. And I can't be prouder than to see my friend and my colleague, Cory Booker, honored here tonight. At a time of so much division in our politics, few believe that there was a real appetite for criminal justice reform in Washington. These days, there's no shortage of reasons to feel skeptical, to feel cynical, to feel doubtful. But not the junior senator from New Jersey. If there's anything I know about Cory, is that he always chooses to believe in the capacity to find common ground. That's why he was relentless, and I can tell you, I saw it in action. He was relentless in fighting for criminal justice reform. When he first came to the Senate, he asked me, how do I succeed here? I said, you need to count to 60, because the filibuster basically on major things requires 60. And from that time on, every time I looked for Cory on the floor, he was on the other side of the aisle, working his relationships, working his issues. That's why he was relentless in fighting for criminal justice reform. That's why he worked across the aisle to find bipartisan support. And that's why even after passing the First Step Act, he continued to champion even bolder reforms through the Next Step Act. That optimism for the future, the tenacity to fight for it, the belief in government's abilities to right wrongs and correct course, that's what makes Cory Booker a change maker. And if you don't mind me saying it, I would say a great president of the United States of America, as far as I'm concerned. So, let me also salute all the other honorees, particularly Nina and Ted Wells, who I know so well. Their work is extraordinary for so long. As I look around the room tonight, I'm inspired to see so many local leaders, activists, supporters who share in the mission of the Institute for Social Justice. The work you do every day makes a real difference, not only for the people who you serve, but for the policymakers engaged in the work of building greater opportunity in our urban communities. In the Senate, I'm a member of the Senate Finance Committee, which sets our national tax and health policies, as well as the Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee, where I serve as a senior Democrat on housing, mass transit, and community development. These positions have put me on the front lines of the fight against the administration's efforts to undermine federal programs and protections so vital to our urban communities, and particularly communities of color. We've seen this president roll back fair lending protections for minority home buyers, give big corporations trillion-dollar tax cuts while advancing plans to raise rents on millions of people in federally subsidized low-income housing. I had a debate with Secretary Carson. He said that was going to somehow empower them at the end of the day. I don't know how raising rents in an extraordinary fashion on millions of people in low-income housing is going to empower them. To politicize the U.S. Census with a citizenship question that is designed to discourage minority participation. And the list goes on. In times like these, I depend on the insights of organizations like this one to help me fight back and to stay informed about what's going on in our communities, the successes, the challenges, the well-being of our cities and everyone who calls them home. So now, more than ever, we have to stick together. We have to stand up for what we believe in. We have to stand up for every child's right to good schools and safe neighborhoods. We've got to stand up for equal rights under the law and equal opportunity for all. We have to stand up for the addicted and the formerly incarcerated. We have to stand up for the rights of immigrants. I live in a country where I never believed I would see children torn away from their mothers and put in cages in the United States of America. That is not the America that I know. We've got to stand up for the disabled Medicare recipient and the elderly public housing resident, the struggling single mother and the striving student with big dreams. That's our shared mission, to stand up for the rights and dignity of everyone who lives in our communities, and to make sure that every family has a fair shot at the American dream, not just some. So as New Jersey's senior senator, I want you to know you can count on me as a friend, as an ally. You have my hand in friendship and the power of my office to work together to make these dreams a reality. Thank you so much for what you do, and congratulations, Charles.